Well, good morning, folks. I think I've been a little amiss in not doing anything but working on the new wolf pup for a while, so I thought I'd take you on a little trip here. We're up at the Wilson Creek Wild River area. It's a national whitewater rapids river, and it's in the middle of nowhere, and the road we're on is an old railroad. But the place you really need to get an idea of what it's like is down on the river in this gorge. So let's take you for a little ride down the river. We'll come back a little later and play on the river, but we want to take you up to my almost favorite campground. This is Mortimer National Forest Campground, and this is a really cute little campground that costs practically nothing for us old folks. I think it's $10 a night, and it's got hot shower and some really good drinking water. And the shower house is that neat kind that's like a big brick building with doors, and each door is a bathroom or a shower, so it's kind of nice. I mean, I can bring the dog in there if I need to, but it's the brand new bridge that they just built last year or 2 years ago. They had the place closed down, and they redid a whole bunch of the campsites, so they're all nice and level, and nice pea stone. Hello folks, we are camped. We are at the wonderful Mortimer Campground, one of my favorite places. It's in the middle of nowhere. People come up here, but it's no cell service, no hookups. They do have hot showers and water. And we are at our favorite campsite. It's campsite number 15. And we're a little cockeyed in the whole campsite. It's a big campsite. Easily handles any large travel trailer under 20 feet probably. But we're in the corner because we're testing out the solar and the new setup inside the camper. We have moved the battery onto the inside of the camper off the front, so that it can be closer to an inverter, which will power my laptop while I'm traveling, so that I can actually do videos for the big adventure in Maine. These are great campsites. I mean, the only real problem with them is that they have the potential for flooding. There's a stream right over there that has flooded up to some of the campsites a number of times, and as you can see down this is the road coming in. There are a number of sites that are lower. And then the bridge over the river, they just changed it last year. This was closed all last year, or the year before maybe, the pandemic year, and they put in a new bridge. But this has a lot of beautiful forest trees, big trees, and beautiful flowers and everything. I really like it. It's one of my favorite spots. But this, I think, is reserved. They ruined this campground when they gave it reservations, because now people reserve. And see, this is like open for one night only, which is sad. It's 16. And that is the new bridge. They had to run the road way up and around and come back down and everything. It's really weird, but they wanted to unencumber beneath the bridge. The other bridge was just a culvert bridge. It just had a pipe running underneath the bridge. It was all concrete. I don't think it would ever have washed away. It was a huge piece of concrete, but they did put in this bridge because of flooding. We have hiked this trail a whole bunch of times, and I've got a video on it for Schoolhouse and Thorpe's Creek trails. You go up one side and down the other, and it's much nicer to come down this side because it's all water. The other one is just a ridge trail, so it's a hard trail and you're going to be hot and sweaty, and then you get on this side and it's really nice. Well, the last time I hiked this trail, there must have been 200 trees down on it. They'd had a blowdown and it was pretty covered, and we crawled through it all. But that was a good 5 years ago, and I don't think we're going to do it this year, because I figured it was the early part of the season and we wouldn't see a lot of trees down yet. But so, I guess after a mile of hiking, we'll turn around here. This trail is really good shape, other than this big tree. But it's a nice, beautiful trail along this creek. Yes. All right, it is dinner time and I'm starved, and we have to make dinner before the sun goes down. However, this campground is in a bowl. It's mountains all up there coming down into this little stream next to us, and funneled great big mountains on either side of us. But the wind is coming down here pretty. I can't keep my hat on, so you're gonna have to deal with my haircut. But we stopped at the store and bought some chicken. We got some chicken breast, and I'm gonna try to make a kind of a rendition of a chicken cordon bleu, and it all depends on whether or not it blows away on me or not. But the first thing we got to do is we got to take the chicken and keep the stuff from blowing away. In my opinion, you can never have enough of these clamps. We're going to take the chicken. And because, you know, chicken breasts today are 4 inches thick, you can't use them in that fashion. So you either got to fillet them or you got to pound them into flat. And we're going to make chicken cordon bleu is a, open up, is a chicken stuffed with ham and Swiss cheese. And so we're going to try to do that. Now, unfortunately, in my cookware for the mountains, I don't have a thing to pat down the chicken with. Usually, you know, I'd have a pounder, like a hammer, a meat hammer. But I do have an axe, a hatchet, so I'm gonna pound it with that. All right. And yes, it is covered with grass paper. So now the meat is pretty flat. And we're going to kind of make it like a taco in reality. Oh. We're going to put a slice of Swiss cheese in here. Maybe 2 slices. Maybe 3 slices. These are super thin sliced. And then we bought some Hillshire Farms honey ham at the Dollar General. The good thing about the wind is the flies aren't on my chicken. So we'll put a couple slices of ham over the Swiss. Now if I was doing this in the restaurant, we would just tuck this over, bread it, or yeah, dip it in egg and bread it. Can't do that out in the woods. So we're just going to kind of roll this up in the nicest way possible. And it does, we pounded it pretty good. So it does stick to the wax paper. But we got this nice roll of chicken. This is a meal you need lots of paper towels for. Or you need somebody standing by with a hose to wash your hands off. Now, that's that one. We got another one. I'm going to do a little different on the other one though. This one, instead of ham and cheese, we're still going to put the cheese because everything tastes better with cheese. And then I really like frozen spinach. Not because I like spinach or that frozen spinach tastes better, but I like it because it's already to be used. So don't blow away. So take some spinach and put it in here. And it's easier because it's chopped up, it's wilted, it's not going anywhere. I cut the boxes in half and use, that's a serving for me, and then I put them back together like a box. Now we're going to roll this one up. This one's a little harder, it's a little thicker. Put that one right there. Those are ready to cook. I'll clean up the mess. So those are in the pan, ready to cook. Meet me over at the stove. not yours. So we'll butter this really well. You really want to keep that fried in butter. And we'll put the chicken in there. If I was smart, I'd use tongs, but I don't have tongs. Actually, I do have tongs, but I don't want to use them. And the ham. So they go in there, and we'll put a lid on them. They're cooking. So we'll have to flip them a couple times, and they'll be ready to eat. Let's let them sit for a minute while I wash my hands, and we'll be right back. Alright, I flipped them. And it's really a slow cook because you gotta have the chicken fully cooked, and that'll warm through all the way. But these are really good, and I don't know if I'll be able to eat all that. We'll lose most of the cheese because it'll leak out, melt and leak out, but that's alright. It makes an awesome gravy then. It's always good to have pots with tops on them. I get all my pots out of the Salvation Army, Goodwill, whatever, thrift stores. And this set came with tops on all the pots and pans, and I thought I had a big one for the frying pan, the big frying pan, but I think I left that in my kitchen with my other frying pan, which does not have a top. Once you cook them for a little while, they firm up like a sandwich, and you can flip them like a grilled cheese sandwich or something. But they've got the stuff inside them, and if you do them really well, you wrap the bottom overlap it and everything, but you can't do that camping. I can't get that much chicken all over my hands. It's too hard to wash out here. Come on now, you gotta flip. Ooh, they look good. Alright, she's been cooking for about 20 minutes. I think we're done. Turn her off. And let's see what it looks like on the plate. Well, put it on the plate. The camera died the battery, corrupted the file. So we had to make them all over again and start from scratch. But this is what they look like on the plate in the light. Spinach, ham and cheese, and I'm going to eat these and enjoy my dinner. You can do these all sorts of ways. I've done these camping a lot, and my favorite way to do them is with wild mushrooms. Saute the wild mushrooms in the cheese and the spinach and wild herbs or edible plants. All sorts of good things. Thanks for watching the little cooking issue. I hope we didn't gross you out too much. We'll be back in a minute. Let me eat this and just hold on. Okay, go. Come here. Well, after dinner we decided to go find some firewood, and what's a better place than along the river? So we collected firewood and played along the river. This is such a beautiful river. There's fly fishermen all up and down it this weekend, and actually we're there on a Monday, so I don't know why there are so many fishermen, but there are fishermen all over this river fly fishing for trout. It's early April, so trout are everywhere. But this little Wilson Creek recreation area is very popular in the summer. They have kayak launch sites, and there's guides that come down. They have bike races in the mountains through here,
And of course, it's just fun to climb around on these great big boulders that have obviously been moved down the waterway. Obviously, when the water was much higher and deeper and more powerful, but it's still pretty interesting. Well, we're going to see how much we can climb up these rocks, how far up we can get on the stream, and enjoy the river while we're here. And I hope you can enjoy these videos and think about subscribing. Give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment of what you liked best on this video, and we'll make more just like it. All right, folks, have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.